All right, so how was y'all experience during the concert, man?
So I got there, I think, to my knowledge, the earliest.
I don't know.
You didn't get there for Mustard
You
set.
said you saw the Mustard set.
Mustard set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you didn't see that?
Like, I didn't even know that existed.
No.
I got there pretty early. I got there around like 7.
God
That's when,
damn.
you know, it's still filling in and
You
shit
was on
like
the
that.
train.
Yeah, facts. I got there on the train.
Yeah, because you had to get there at a certain time because you had to be at Cell Station for a certain time for that train.
Not that train.
Oh, you didn't
I didn't
get
get
that one?
on that train going in. I got on that train coming back because they didn't even check
So
that
how'd you
shit.
get there?
The train. But not the train specifically for the concert. I took the regular, what do you call it, commuter rail going out to Foxborough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not from Cell Station.
From South Station. But they had 2 different lines. It doesn't even matter.
Yo,
It
nobody
doesn't matter.
cares
It
about
doesn't
this.
matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm
But,
curious about the
No one
details.
cares about
I
his
got that
travel
from Mustard.
accommodations.
The takeaway from Mustard, bro, that nigga's chain is nice. No bullshit.
Oh, you can see that from where
nigga's
you were
chain-
sitting.
Bro, even in the
Static.
daylight,
Static.
shining.
I'm hit.
I mean, I'm
Shining,
imagining
That's how I
shining.
felt when I seen
I
Meek
imagine
Mill.
it's shining more in the daylight. The bullshit.
No, for sure.
He's like,
For
even
sure.
in the daylight. Whatever.
No, I feel you, but it's just like I've never seen a chain like that in person.
You got to see. Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh nah, this nigga got money.
Yeah.
You was close? You
I
on the
wasn't even
ground?
close, bro.
Oh, so it was just glistening
It was
on from afar
yes,
and from
bro.
the screens.
Yes,
That's
Listen,
a
yes.
sponsorship
Crazy.
money, right
like I'm looking
there.
at it with my eyes up. I'm looking at this nigga like, bro, this nigga fucking glowing right now. Like,
This nigga glowing.
Did you like use binoculars during like your performance?
no, I
Like,
wasn't
during
that
the
far, bro.
You wasn't.
I wasn't
sure?
that far. Don't
I don't know. I
disrespect
seen
me.
your
That.
Instagram
What
story.
section were you in?
You was high, bro.
3.
I
I don't know
like
nothing
that.
about that.
I
We was in
I was in the
our
hundreds.
My fault, my
Either
fault,
one was a
players.
little far.
My
I can even
fault,
imagine.
niggas. We in the same building.
Nigga
We got
was in
different
the same-
views, bro. We got different
Nigga
views.
was in
My
outer
bad.
space.
Outer space with it.
God
I
damn,
enjoyed
bro.
my time.
You was with the niggas about to ticket same day.
Maybe.
Not even, nigga,
Maybe.
because Johnny got his shit same day. He
Hey.
was not
He's
that
in
far
the
from me.
hundreds, too. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Nigga was
I
in the
enjoyed it.
stratosphere. Nigga.
I got a perfect view, in my opinion. I got to see the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only thing you have.
Oh,
Nigga,
yeah.
no bullshit. That's
Niggas
all-
up in
What
the-
did you get that I didn't get?
That was close.
What'd you get? What'd you
He was
get
in
that
the
I didn't get?
state seats.
No bullshit.
What'd you get that I didn't get? Nigga, tell me.
Bro, I can see it better.
What did you see better?
Kendrick. Cause you know he's a small man, bro. Like I saw him better, bro. Like I know you could, bro. You probably just seen a figure, and you was like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
but
that
But
must
the
be
thing
him."
is,
That's
I
gotta
didn't
be.
want to be on floor. I didn't know the floor was gonna have chairs. Actually,
I'm
I did not know that.
Mm.
If they-
Once I
if-
saw that, I was like,
If I knew
oh.
it had chairs, I would have done that. Too.
I
No
was
bullshit.
thinking you gonna be standing the whole time. I was like, I
That's-
want to stand the whole time.
yeah.
You feel me? Like I've been to enough concerts that I'm like,
Standing
I'm too old for that shit.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
don't want to do that shit no more.
too old.
The 200s, I probably was just like, I don't want to pay that.
Because the 200's
No
not worth
bullshit.
it.
Yeah.
Because like that's not much better than the 300s.
So you might as well save your bread a
You
little
feel
bit.
me?
I get that. I get that.
Right. Either way,
100 to 200.
I'm not gonna lie though.
I'm
I'm joking on you. The hundreds wasn't great too because it's just, the stadium big as hell, bro.
Yeah, it's
The
facts.
set big as
The
hell. The set
hundreds
all
is
the way
on the
back too.
floor?
Like,
That's the problem.
what
Is
was
that-
he doing all the way back there,
Bro,
bro?
they chose goal line instead of half.
Yeah, bring your 5'5"
Mm.
ass to the front of the stage, bro.
They did it. They chose because you went to the Renaissance World Tour.
No, I did not.
You didn't go.
No,
Your girlfriend went though.
no,
What?
no. Her roommate.
Oh, that explains the conversation we had
Yeah.
afterwards about the singing.
Niggas don't listen.
She's not hip because she wasn't there.
Niggas
Niggas
don't
don't
listen.
I didn't know, no, because I was saying that like SZA's singing like she's doing a good job like singing the song, but it's like heavy auto tune and she also not singing every song.
she was not singing every song.
But
She was doing a lot of choreography
no,
too.
She
but
was.
that's what she's great at. She's a great
Mhm.
performer.
Mm.
She's
Bro.
also, she's not the greatest singer though. She does need a lot of like help with that live. That's
she had
like
me
been her thing.
thinking
She's fire though
she might be on that Illuminati tip, nigga. I don't know, bro. There's some things I was just like,
What makes you
Oh,
say
shit.
that?
because she
a
shifted.
lot of the vision, like
Yeah,
the
there's some bugs,
imagery,
bro.
like I'm
She's-
just like,
what that have to do with her album?
she's kind of weird. Like,
She's an earthy.
She was
she's
riding
an
an
earthy
ant,
girl,
my nigga.
bro.
She was riding
She
an
was
ant like it
riding
was
the
a
ant.
horse, my nigga.
Mm.
yeah,
Like it
facts.
was a bull. No, that's
I was
not.
like,
That's not Earth.
Mm.
I fuck with
weird.
it though, because she's herself. She's being her. You
Is
feel
she?
me? I would like to think so.
I hope so, right? But I'll say, but at
you
the
about to say
Renaissance
something
World
else.
Tour, they put it at the 50-yard line. That's where their stage was set up,
So
and so it was forward. It
when
wasn't
she
at
gets
the goal
forward,
line.
more, like when Beyonce would go more forward toward the stage, she's basically in the middle of the stadium.
Yeah, in the
essentially.
middle, as opposed to like on one side.
Yeah, and I wish that was the case.
Because there was some niggas. On
Because
the
when
other
you have a
side.
stadium, bro, like again, I'm on like you're either on the right or the left, unless you're in the floor. Then that's the only way you could really
Facts.
catch the middle, or you're like all the way back there, like type shit. So it's just like I don't know why you just wouldn't make the stage in the middle. Just put the stage in the middle.
probably
bro.
costs more. You gotta have a bigger stage to do that.
Yeah, stretch out more.
I don't think you have to have a bigger stage. Don't do the thing where like it circles around. Like you just put square. I don't know. Just put a square platform.
So you want him to be in the center,
Yes,
and then people surrounding him.
exactly.
Yeah, that
And
would've
then
been tough. But the
Everybody
stage-
gets to
Didn't he
have
do
the
that
same
before
type
Miss
of view.
Morale?
Yeah.
So he probably wants to switch it up.
But the stage does have to be bigger though if you're gonna do that, just because it's more surface area that you have to cover in order to make it so that everyone's view is like on point. Because if that's the intention, then the stage does have to be bigger.
Okay.
Like,
I was fucking with it though.
No,
Like
no,
the
I
whole
don't-
stage design, like how everything looked, the
I agree.
the
The
visuals, all
I like
that
that he
shit, I
had
thought it was really dope.
like the vignettes that they recorded beforehand. I
Right,
would have never
right,
thought they
right.
would have done some shit like that.
yeah,
That was real
you-
tough.
You creative, bro. You
Yeah.
creative guy.
I think they did a lot to make the show feel more than just a show, like an actual experience.
For sure.
You
Y'all
feel
have
me?
never been to the Kendrick concert before.
I
have
never
not.
have. And
So what did
So
you
I can't
think about
compare
this?
it to.
So what did you think about this this one? Like as a first experience?
Well, it's tough because it's more than just a Kendrick show. It's also SZA.
It is.
You feel me? For every time Kendrick came out, I was on my feet, you know, rapping along with him. That SZA came on, I sat down a little bit more. You feel me?
Really?
Like
I was up.
I was listening, I was engaged, but I wasn't like on my feet, like yo, I'm with y'all right now.
I fuck
You
with
feel
SZA.
me?
maybe it
I fuck
changes
with
because
SZA
like
too.
I was with my lady. Were you with your lady?
That makes sense.
So it's like
Nah, no bullshit. Jasmine was not interested in SZA, bro. She went to the bathroom. She went to go like buy some shit.
There was parts of it where I was
Just kept
watching
leaving.
the
I was
Celtics
like,
game,
yeah.
like yo, what's going on? Then I saw Tatum got hurt. I said, oh shit.
a lot was
I was
going on
like,
that
God
night.
damn,
Basketball
like,
news.
Turn that
But-
shit right
And that was
off.
during SZA. I was like, I'm not even paying attention to SZA right now.
Nah, if anything, I'm not gonna lie to you. It really felt like a lot of people came for SZA.
SZA,
Yeah.
yes.
'Cause
No doubt about that.
I was saying to Johnny about
She
Gillette.
made that
You
the
gave me a
stadium
thumbs
tour
down when I said
aspect
that
of it.
shit. I said, yo, this shit look like it's kind of a SZA tour right now.
Yeah,
Every
Gillette.
time her
I disagree.
even just her
I dis-
visuals
I
came
disagree.
on, niggas were screaming, top of their lungs.
Don't say niggas.
Kendrick, bro.
It wasn't
Okay,
niggas.
not niggas.
It wasn't
Not
even men
niggas.
like that.
Not as a lot of niggas.
It was.
There's a lot of men. Excuse me.
It
There's a
was.
lot of men
But it
screaming
was.
on top of their lungs when SZA came out.
But this is the thing. Gillette Stadium, right? They didn't do Connecticut because there's not that type of
Market
stadium.
I
for
think
that,
before
yeah.
that was Jersey.
So you get your New York stragglers, you get your all of New England, you feel me, and you get your Massachusetts people.
Is that true?
Wow, yes.
They did New York and New Jersey.
They did, but I'm saying New York stragglers. Some people they weren't able to go to those ones because the tickets were more
If
expensive.
you didn't go to the New York one, you didn't go to the Jersey one. You just didn't want to go.
No, then you went to the Massachusetts one because the tickets were cheaper. That's
Is it
what
cheaper?
always happened. Yes, it is. Yes,
Anyways,
that's what happens.
your thoughts
So-
on the performance though?
Performances.
Because I want to get to Nate
I'll
last
split it up.
because
'Cause I don't want to
he
say
actually
as
experienced
totality.
other
I'll
ones.
split it up.
What's
I
up?
think with Kendrick it was dope. I don't have much complaints with Kendrick. I think with SZA more, so I was confused at parts when she just wasn't singing.
I'm like,
Like those, I don't know if there's something wrong with her earpiece because she kept playing with it. She kept adjusting it. That I was like, I don't know if she's being thrown off by something and she's trying to like catch herself to be like, okay, I got to come in at this part.
she didn't perform
With
Saturn. bro. That
SZA,
broke
there's a
my
couple
heart.
songs that's just like, yeah, like it threw me off. Like I could tell there's something going on. I just don't know what. But
I love this is
I
aspect
fucked
of
with
it.
it.
Honestly, I think the song selection she chose are all songs I fuck with from her. You know, and
You knew every song.
yeah, for the most part, for real. I love SZA music. So
You knew every one of them songs.
pretty much, yeah, basically.
Like no, like you knew the words.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. Bro,
Sure.
SOS is like a classic album of all time. And
I
even
really
beyond
don't
that,
think-
like
I don't agree.
in Control. But
Control's tough. SOS is not as tough to me.
SOS is definitely better.
No.
At least has more slaps. That's for sure.
has more songs.
Nah, it's got more
It's like
slaps.
almost
It's got more
twice as many
slaps.
songs.
But
It's like
I thought she was gonna perform
with the
Babylon
Kendrick shit,
She didn't.
first of all,
They did
just
perform
like
Doves
that.
in the Wind though.
Shout
That was
out-
gas.
shout out to the Asian dude next to me who was rapping bar for bar with. That's what I needed because my girl wasn't gonna give me that.
He said,
No, he was rap and he skipped every N word, bro. I respect him.
I mean, he's Asian.
No.
I'm
But to
glad.
have like to be
Self-awareness.
able to, the brain power it
We gotta
takes
think
to
about it.
rap every word and then
He probably
Be
used to
conscious
rapping it like
about-
that.
For sure.
respect
It's probably nothing to him
But
now.
I
He's like, I don't even
imagine
say that.
people who are a fan of Kendrick are, if they're white or just non-black,
non-black.
are aware enough to recognize, hey, I'm not going to do
For
this.
sure.
Same shit.
No bullshit.
There's
I was doing
other
it
rap
for
music
them.
out there. They don't necessarily
say
have
nigga
that filter
louder,
in their
bro.
head.
Yo, I was the only one in the section like, they don't want to hear you say nigga no more. Everybody was like, they don't want to hear you say
Yeah.
no more.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Be like
damn,
that.
that's a shitty experience not to be able to
He's
say
like,
that. I
Nah,
definitely was doing
Nah, they
that, bro.
lit. They still lit.
That's crazy.
I was using my
That's-
privilege, bro.
That's crazy. That's
But-
crazy. But it was good though.
No, I appreciate it having. I dapped them up a couple times, like, nigga,
Yeah, nah,
there
you
was some
was-
parts you got me, bro. I appreciate that right there.
You
yo.
got me.
Like,
He's like,
I got a little quiet, like,
Gotcha.
it's not my moment right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
you know me? But
Wow, shout out to the Asian man. You get his name?
nah, I didn't.
Shout
I
out to the
didn't.
Asian man next to Rob. I was like, I want to put some
Yeah,
respect
shout
on
out
his
to
name
him.
if I
Shout
knew
out
it.
to him.
Never seen him again.
I think the only thing with the Kendrick thing is when he got to more of his like beat cuts or like less familiar songs,
Mhm.
got quiet in that stadium, bro. Niggas just watching a man rap.
Yes.
I will say that. That's the only.
Which songs were that? He did Man in the Garden, and a nigga next to me
Stuff
was
like that, or
rapping
even
shit.
Gloria, like something like.
Yo, I mean, Gloria.
Oh, so you're not even talking about
expected though.
I thought you meant his discography. You talking about just GNX B-side.
I feel like that was like
the
the
records
end of
that aren't
the
as
concert.
No,
big.
I'm just talking about songs where it's like, I think a Mad City. When you think Mad City, people know
that
the
one.
verse
People know
and
that,
the
for
hook
sure.
and the verse
For
Only
sure.
he performed it
the way it's supposed
Properly,
to be. I
yeah.
feel you.
properly, and the way it's supposed to be is mad entitled. If only he performed it the way we expected,
We would like it.
we would want it because
Yeah.
that was.
Good point.
I
That
feel
is a
you.
good
didn't like-
point.
He had a little
I didn't like that.
twist to
Good
that. Yeah,
I was like, why
yeah.
you speeding up, slowing down? I was like, okay, this probably was hard the first time you did it.
It'd be harder if you gave us the original right after, like the
Facts.
way we like it, you know?
I'm like, can we get turned up a little bit?
But then there's like certain songs, like I don't know, I can't. Like I think Man in the Garden is a good one,
Mhm.
but it's like
Yeah,
where the verse, it's a long verse, very wordy, and it's not as memorable or like easy to.
Even he forgot the words, nigga.
Oh, I didn't actually catch that.
Yeah.
Mm.
He like stopped rapping for a certain portion of it and then picked up again. I was like, it'd be like that.
But I'll say my highlights were
For that
Euphoria.
third verse.
That's all I cared
That
about.
shit was
I
tough.
just wanted to be able to sing. Rap Euphoria word for word
That
with
shit was
them.
tough.
That was my moment.
Nigga had
And
the
then-
fucking shit opened up. I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit. I was
everything
like,
about
I didn't even know
the
that
fire
did
coming
that.
out. Facts, bro. Everything about it. I don't even remember his part of the performance because it was my show at that point, my nigga. You feel me? That's really what it was.
Nigga was having fun.
And then
no bullshit.
I'll say my last thing before I get to Nate and let him like compare the experiences with the other ones. Not Like Us did not hit the way it hit. It hit.
That shit definitely hit.
But
man.
it-
No bullshit. I don't know. I know what you're thinking.
Having experienced the
Shit hit,
pop
though.
out, like even watching the pop out, how he did it, the way like, you know, he stopped at the A minor, let everybody rock.
Yeah.
The second time he did it, he let the crowd do it. He just like ran through Not Like Us and just like, and I get it because I'm sure he's over it. He knows he has to do the song, but his heart ain't in it no more. He don't
Like I
want to do
said.
that song no more.
Why would he? When I said it months ago and I was like, when that show comes, who wants to really hear it like that? People,
I
the
don't think I
crowd
disagree
does.
with you though.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
No, I said he has to do it.
No, you was
said
like, bro,
he's
you
not
mean
gonna
at the
do it at
concert,
all.
You said you
And
only
that's
singing that shit at
wrong.
the top of your lungs. Da, 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 da. I was like, bro, I don't want to hear that record. I don't want to
You
hear that
did
record
say
like
that.
that.
I'm
If
saying-
you said he wasn't
I'm
going to
saying
perform
he's going-
Dodger Blue. He did. Now he could have done it better. He could have done the performance better with
There was
Dodger
nobody
Blue.
there.
But he did perform it. What do you mean there was nobody there?
None of the niggas on the song.
Oh, I feel you.
So it's like,
I
that's
feel you,
a
I
hard
feel
one
you.
to
Yeah,
perform.
it
'Cause
is,
he's only
it is.
on like the first part.
For sure. But
Yeah, so now
You're
like
not
after
looking.
seeing it done way better
I don't
with the
blame
pop
him.
out, I just
nigga,
it-
I'm
that was
I'm
underwhelming.
beyond that shit. It's like, fuck that shit.
Don't put it on
It's
the
like-
set list.
That shit was tough though.
You're not gonna do it with your heart.
That was the loudest the crowd got.
If-
So,
I feel
I
you.
don't know.
Because Kendrick is a type of person that he's like, I'm not performing that record ever again. I'm over it.
Yeah,
But
no,
he
I,
is. So
yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. All right, Nate,
That was the loudest though. That shit was tough.
Avin being at
Hey,
do
minor
you
shit
think it
was
should have
crazy.
stopped right there though?
What, A
Because
minor?
after
No, you're
Not
not
Like
gonna-
Us was done, people were getting ready to leave, and then
that was mad
he
disrespectful.
performed Gloria,
He did.
and it's just like, oh, I didn't even think there was gonna be another song.
I don't
after
think-
that.
Not
don't
like us. It was
Gloria was the last.
They
one.
did Luther.
Was it Luther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
Did
collaboration
they do
was between
TV
the two
off
of them.
after
yeah.
as well
Okay.
or before?
No, TV off was before that.
Yeah, they did Luther
okay.
and then they did Gloria.
Yeah.
But that-
Okay.
that's-
You
that's
can't
the end of
end
the
it with
show,
Not
though.
Like Us. If you're Kendrick, you're like, bro, I'm not
But
giving him the privilege of
that's the
ending
end of the show
like that.
though. That's how it usually goes. I'm
No,
not.
I
I'm
feel
not
you. I think it's just
I'm
more
trying to
so
beat
a
the
lot of
traffic.
people after that record went off.
Yeah.
ready
Energy
to
was
go.
dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah, people were just
It's like,
packing up,
we
getting ready to
accomplished
be
Because
what we
like, bro,
came
I
here to
came
do.
what I came to see.
Yeah.
That nigga, I paid money. I can
It
leave
was a
when I
Not
want.
Like Us tour.
Nigga, you holding me hostage? I'm leaving.
Shit.
Nah, I didn't like seeing that. I was like, damn, even Kendrick get the let me beat traffic treatment.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, he even
Nigga,
him.
let me tell you this. The only reason why I didn't do that is because Jasmine didn't give me the signal to leave. I'm like, nigga, I'm trying to leave, but you're closer to
My
the
girl
exit
was
than
trying to
me.
suggest it too. I was like, bro, we gonna
Cause
be,
nah,
we gonna
oh
be
yeah,
stuck
you're
in
tripping.
traffic regardless,
No, you
bro.
wouldn't.
So I'm going to watch till
Not
the
the-
end of the show.
You wouldn't
You
have
was
been
in
stuck in
traffic?
traffic, bro. I was because we didn't
because
leave.
you didn't leave. You didn't leave on time.
You
I hear
could
it. I
have
hear
beat the
it.
traffic, bro.
I didn't hear anyone
It's
to
not
beat the
the-
traffic.
I accounted for the
Because
traffic.
they left.
I got chicken on that.
No, that's corny.
I
I didn't
got
buy the
chicken on
ticket
that.
to leave early, bro. I accounted for the traffic. We gonna do. And plus, me and my shorty was lit, my nigga. That was a
This nigga was
great
lit.
fucking
I
night.
seen this nigga after the show. This nigga was lit.
I was lit. I felt good, man.
He was about to tackle me.
I was off. I was off.
What the fuck?
I was off the tequila, the energy drink, some
Oh
weed.
nah, bro. What?
Yo,
Why'd you buy an energy drink?
It was after work. I had to liven up a little bit, you feel me? Crack a little Celsius before I got
You
there.
don't even drink that, bro.
Ew, huh?
You don't even drink those. I probably geeked
I don't.
you. You probably was like,
I told you I was
you was
off.
feeling it, nigga.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
I
that
like
shit
it.
really
I know,
get a
I know you
beer,
said
bro.
it threw you off on a Monday. That's what my Monday needed. I was like, whoo, all right.
Mm-mm.
We living for something this week.
Bro, that shit fucked
I
my
feel
week up so bad. But I will say this. I think that the concert was great. I think that Kendrick's a great performer. SZA's a great performer. I love the aesthetic of the performance. I love what she brought to the stage. Like, she was flying, my nigga. Like, I can't
Well,
say
that was a beautiful
I can't
moment.
hate on that.
Facts.
What song was she doing at that time?
I don't fucking know.
It wasn't All the Stars.
But she
No.
flew, nigga. She flew. That was
I don't remember
tough.
what song
That
it
was tough.
was.
But I'll tell you this. For Kendrick, definitely not.
You been at Day in
not great.
Vegas.
I was at the Day in Vegas.
You
Which
seen Mr.
I think
Morale
that
at
was his
TD?
best performance, the Day in Vegas show. I think that was,
Was that a Mr. Morale set list too?
no, that was him going through
Before.
his entire discography.
I know, but
Or
what
Mr.
album
Morale.
had dropped at the
Mr.
time?
Morale didn't come out.
Okay.
So he was going
Oh.
through his entire discography from Section 80, really from, what's the other shit called?
Overly dedicated.
Overly dedicated to, at that point it had been Mr. Morale, not Mr. Morale, damn.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And he went through his whole shit. And it was like everything had a moment. It was split into 3 acts. And the shit was fire. And he had mad people on stage with him. The shit was just, everything was dope.
So why do you? I have one thing I would
I went to
change,
Mr.
but like,
Morale, too.
why weren't? Would you rank this third?
Yeah.
Okay. What about it?
So I think it's easier to talk about what made the others great
Okay.
than it is to talk about what made this one not. Because
you're
I
not
think that
saying
it was
it's
great.
not,
It was
yeah.
great. It just wasn't as good because it didn't have some of the other stuff. Like for the first one, like for Day in Vegas, it didn't have that, like, it wasn't just Kendrick's show. I think the pacing of that was phenomenal because when he came out, people were excited. It also had like the build up because he hadn't been like out in the spotlight for a very long time. You feel me? This was like 2021. So
That's him
this is
debuting the Jesus
that aesthetic.
crown. Yeah, the thorn crown.
So
yeah.
he came out and it was dope. But also the songs that he performed songs that like he doesn't typically perform, like Sing About Me. So I'm like, he performed that. He performed like shit, like again, like deep cuts from the albums that we've wanted to hear for a long time, but we didn't get a chance to hear because live, especially unless you were there for that specific tour, like in 2011 type shit. But he got a chance to perform that, which he even spoke about it. Like those were going to be the last times he performed some of those songs like in this way. So it was dope. So there's that, I'll say. Then for the Mr. Morale joint, that one was fire because of the theatrics that were there.
Yeah, he had a whole glass.
There
like,
was so
house
much
type of
more.
thing,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, like from the
The
intro with the
puppet.
ventriloquist to
Mhm.
even like Baby Keem coming on stage and like the way that it was set up with like the fire and all that stuff, just being something that like, and again, like it goes back to what I was saying before about like the type of show, right? That was a hip hop show. This was like not a hip hop show. This was like a stadium tour.
And that's
Yes.
that's the one thing I would change. I get why you do the stadium tour. That's a flex in itself to be able to do a
It's
stadium
only the third rapper to
countrywide
ever
tour.
do that. No bullshit.
Third rap.
Eminem, Jay-Z, and him.
That's fire.
All three of them.
And I'm
had
pretty
the
sure
pop
Jay-Z
artists
had
act with them.
Beyonce and who had.
Eminem had Rihanna.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that by
I
yourself.
didn't know Eminem and Rihanna went on tour together.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Stadium tour.
No, it's just I didn't know that was
Stadium World Tour. No bullshit.
leg. Huh.
But as a Kendrick fan, my desired way to watch him would be
For
an
sure.
arena.
Yeah.
for sure.
Arena max for rappers, bro. We don't need you on the stadium because the stadium tours are always stadiums are chips, bro. That's not
I don't
concert
think. I don't think
venues.
the acoustic. I'm not
If you're
saying.
not Mike, bro, or Beyonce, I don't need to see you at a stadium. I'm sorry, that's just not valid.
Facts.
It's not. It's never gonna be a good experience. It's never gonna be that good of an experience for the audience.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be. And you as an artist are gonna be so detached from the audience as well. It's just not the same, bro. It's not the same.